This is the video series about the diagnostic lab at USDA in Beltsville, Maryland. My name is Humberto Boncristiani and this is Inside the Hive.tv, the show that takes you into the world of bees. In this video series, we're talking about a lot of different things related with diagnostic of honeybee diseases. In the video number 1, we cover how to send samples of adult bees. In the video number 2, we covered how to send samples of brood to the diagnostic lab. I'll leave you some links here so you can check that out later. In this video, the video number 3, we talk about what happened with your samples when they arrive into the lab and how long it takes to get your response back, your report, your diagnostic. I hope this can be useful to someone. Please hit the like button if you enjoy it. Consider to subscribe if you like the things you're doing here, and let's stop talking and let's jump into the video. Okay, Sam, so what happened when the bees arrived?
Yeah, so once they arrive, so we get the samples through regular mail, which is delivered 3 times a week, or UPS or FedEx, they deliver every day of the week. So once we get the samples, in a box, in envelopes, and so we initially what we need to do is actually figure out what has been sent in, and we actually also trying to give them identification so we can track them through the system and through processing. So we're gonna go over to where we actually give them ID each and every sample. So over on this side. Yeah, what V actually is doing right now is actually the start of the process when you receive your sample. So what she's doing is actually each and every sample we receive, we're gonna have an ID number on them. So in this case, we received the samples, and they have some information on the container. That also get entered into the database. So we have a database, we enter that information. Also, we generate a sample ID, and that's also get labeled on the sample container itself. So once that is done, we give them an ID, and also we record that identification on the data sheet that has been submitted with the sample, and so we put that ID on the sheet itself. We use also that information. We also have a lab book that will record each and every sample, who sent it, and who's the owner of the sample. So that get recorded with the ID number as well to track it in the system. Once that is done, we store the samples. So by the date it was received, so we have bins that we store under the hood. So all the samples are stored, and they are processed by the dates they will receive until we get through all of them. And so once we have more bins that we add them. So under the hood, we kept all the adult bee samples that have been received, and then on this side, we will we have all the comb sample, brood samples that has been sent in, and as you can clearly see, we have our label ID on the sample, and also in this case, there's a label ID from the sender on the sample bag. And so now, once everything is sort of set, then we will start the processing of the samples.
So Sam, the question that everybody asking me, how long it takes when they receive the samples here, how long it takes to get the results?
So depending on the workflow at the lab each and every week, it can range anywhere between a week to about 2 weeks for adult bee sample processing. And it's not so much the examination, but depending on how much samples have been received and how much we have to go through to get to your sample. So the actual process is itself, adults bee, they range between like 30 minutes to actually process a sample. But it takes longer because we have so many other samples that we have to process. And so your sample might be a little bit longer because it takes a while to get to your sample. But it's between a week to 2 weeks. You can expect to receive results for your adult bee sample that you submit to the lab. Um, Also, if you have sent us a comb or smear sample, we actually give a more preference to a disease sample just because of the sheer nature of, trying to protect a whole apiary and not to spread any disease further than it is. And so we actually try to process brood or smear sample within a week.
Okay, so there is a priority. If it's a disease related sample, so you go that first.
We'll do that first. And so if we have a smear or comb sample that is sent in, we try to do that within 3 to 5 days. So within 3 to 5 days, we should analyze the comb or brood sample, and you should expect your result within that time frame.
How are they gonna receive the results? By email?
So we are recommending that that beekeepers provide us with their email address, because that way it's much quicker for you to receive your results. Now, if you don't provide us with an email address, or your results will go through regular mail, and that will add additional 3 or sometimes 5 days, depending where you are in the states, to receive your results. But if we have an email of you on file, we can just send through email the same day when we finish diagnosing the samples.
Okay, so the tip here is give your email address that you get your result faster.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Sam.